Look, I could tell you to buy this pack or to buy this pack, and one of these packs might work really well for you. But the reality is, everyone is different, and a pack that works really well for one person might not for someone else. With so many choices, how do you know what kind is right for you? Well, there are basically 4 kinds of packs on the market today: traditional, ultralight, frameless, and hybrid. And today I want to talk about each of them to help you know which kind is best for you. Let's check it out. Backpacking originated as a way to carry everything you need with you on your back, and in the early days, gear was bulky and heavy. So traditionally, packs have been designed to carry big and heavy loads as comfortably as possible. So when we talk about traditional packs, that's primarily what we mean: packs that can carry big and heavy loads comfortably. As such, traditional packs will put a lot of emphasis on the suspension. Shoulder straps and hip belts will have thick padding to cushion the weight of the load. They'll have stiff frames that are designed to transfer the weight to your hips, as well as straps that help stabilize and bring the weight in close to your back. This is the Aether 55. It's a newer traditional pack from Osprey, and as we look closely at the pack, some of the things that you'll notice is the material is a rugged, high denier nylon to hold up under pressure of those heavy loads. There's this top section that we typically call the brain that not only holds extra gear, but works as a large compression system to help pack down bulky gear. You'll also notice that all these features make traditional packs weigh quite a bit too. This Osprey weighs almost 5 pounds empty, which might not seem like a lot, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Who is a traditional pack for? People who have large, bulky, heavy gear with pack loads well above 30 pounds. If you are a pack rat who always wants to be prepared and bring extra items just in case, a traditional pack is probably right for you. Toward the other end of the spectrum, you have ultralight packs that are designed with more minimalist mindset. Here we have the Hyperlight Mountain Gear Southwest, which is one of the most popular ultralight packs on the market today. You'll notice compared to a traditional pack that ultralight packs are much simpler. They're basically a big bag with a shoulder strap and a hip belt that have a fraction of the padding of a traditional pack, because ultralight packs aren't intended to carry as heavy of loads. Remember, you are considered ultralight when your base weight, that's everything except food and water, is under 10 pounds. My kid's school backpack weighs more than 10 pounds. Because they don't have to carry as much weight, some features like stabilizing straps are eliminated. There's no brain, just a roll top closure, and just 2 compression straps. There are no zippers and minimal pockets. Ultralight packs use lighter denier fabrics or even specialty fabrics like the Nema composite fabric or newer Ultra fabric that have some of the highest strength to weight ratios of any fabric available today. All of this is intended to bring the overall weight of the pack down. Most ultralight packs will weigh 2 pounds or less empty, so they are not contributing unnecessary weight to the overall weight of your load. But a lot of ultralight packs still have frames or stays that still work to shift the weight to your hips. But they don't have to. You can have a frameless pack like this Mountain Smith Zerk 40. Frameless packs are ultralight packs taken to the extreme. They expect loads so light that most of the weight can comfortably ride on your shoulders with little to no weight on your hips. Frameless packs can be crazy lightweight, with some of them weighing well under a pound. They save weight by eliminating the stiff, heavy frame, obviously, but also by minimizing or eliminating the hip belt. Some frameless packs have vest-like shoulder straps that help spread the weight to your core and, in my experience, make for a really comfortable pack, but only under a certain weight that varies by each manufacturer. Both framed and frameless packs require specialized gear like ultralight tents, quilts, cook sets, and more, all of which you can find at Garage Grown Gear, which is today's sponsor. Look, even if a more traditional pack can help you carry heavier loads, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's beneficial. I like to think about it like this. Your minivan can probably pull a trailer, but the more weight you put in that trailer, the more it's going to bog down. Even if you have a big pickup, a heavy trailer is going to use more gas and put more wear and tear on your vehicle. The same is true of more traditional packs. The more weight, the more wear and tear on your body, especially your joints and your knees. Garage Grown Gear sells everything you need to help bring that weight down. They sell ultralight tents, packs, bags, and more. So if you're tired of carrying around all that extra weight, check out Garage Grown Gear. I really don't think you'll regret it. But if you don't think you're ready to go full on ultralight, there is a compromise, and there are packs out there to help, like the Big Agnes Prospector 50. This pack is halfway between an ultralight and traditional pack. Its design is a lot like an ultralight pack with minimal pockets and no brain, but it keeps some of the traditional features like rugged high denier fabric and thick padding on the shoulders and the hip belts. It weighs 3 pounds even. That certainly isn't ultralight, but it isn't as heavy as a full-on traditional pack either. If you're looking to get a little lighter and even pick up some of that gear at Garage Grown Gear, but you don't know if you're really ready to give up some of the traditional features of a hybrid pack, it may be right for you. I'll also note that all these categories have women-specific packs that help accommodate women-specific body features. Women-specific gear isn't something I talk a lot about on this channel, but it's something I could possibly do more in the future. If you're interested, please leave a comment below and let me know. If you aren't sure what kind of pack is right for you, feel free to drop a comment below and I'll do my best to help you determine what pack works best for you. Or you can watch this video about what I think a pack should be. If you find value in this channel, you might consider making a small donation in the form of super thanks. Please like, subscribe, and do all those other things. And as always, thanks for watching.